a palavra à nossa jovem empreendedora, Kylee Majkowski. Kylee Majkowski fundou a Tomorrow Lemonade Stand com apenas 7 anos, com o objetivo de dar às crianças a oportunidade de criar algo próprio e único. A TLS é uma comunidade de mini empreendedores de 7 a 11 anos de idade, que promove e incentiva o espírito de empreendedorismo para meninas e meninas em todo o mundo. Tem sede em Washington, D.C., e seu principal foco é inspirar a autoconfiança, provocar a criatividade, a tomada de riscos, a empatia e também a transformação de ideias em negócios. A Tomorrow Lemonade Stand auxilia crianças a começar sua trajetória empreendedora por meio de canais normalmente não ensinados no ambiente escolar típico. Busca ensinar jovens empreendedores a enfrentar problemas reais em uma sociedade de constante evolução. Kylee acredita profundamente que pensar fora da caixa ajuda a si mesma e a todos os seus amigos a construir a vida que eles querem. Ela e sua família, sua mãe está aqui no palco também, Amanda, residem nos arredores de Washington. Com a palavra, Kylee.
Oi, muito prazer. My name is Kylee Majkowski, and I am the 10-year-old co-founder of Tomorrow's Lemonade Stand. I'm here to tell you about TLS, but first, here's a quick video of some of our Tomorrow's Lemonade Stand minipreneurs.
What do I think people need to know? I think people need to know that kids can do anything grown-ups can do, but just have more fun doing it. At Tomorrow's Lemonade Stand, we've developed an approach to entrepreneurship specifically for people like me, commonly known as kids. We started this because I was curious why we weren't being taught entrepreneurship in school, and I felt like we should, so we figured if we can't do it in school, why not start it after school? Practicing entrepreneurship is just like practicing soccer. Also known as, we practice teamwork, we practice strategy, we practice risk, we practice empathy. I've seen kids go from learning the basics of entrepreneurship to starting companies, big and small. It feels really good. Any kid can do this if we create the opportunity. So forget about what others say about you. Find your passion and go do it, because you can.
Tomorrow's Lemonade Stand is a company that I started when I was 7. We teach kids from the ages of 7 to 11 the basics of becoming an entrepreneur. The main skills include creativity, risk, passion, and empathy. Our minipreneurs learn through an online badging system and after-school clubs. If you think about it, it's kind of like your junior achievement. TLS is a company that, like many others, started as a question. And that question was why? One day, while I was in 2nd grade, my mom took me to her office, and I saw all the people working in their office cubicles, or talking on the phone, or sitting in a conference room. When I asked my mom what everybody was doing, she told me that they were entrepreneurs who were starting their own businesses. I thought that was pretty awesome. Later that day, I asked why we weren't learning entrepreneurship in school. The answer I got was, I don't know. And that's where the wonderful word why came in. Why do kids not have the same opportunity to start companies like adults do? Why do we have to be trapped behind this boundary of how old we are when we have brilliant minds at young ages? That's when I decided that it's a birthright to start doing what you love at a young age. And it's a birthright to be creative and to take risks. And anyone who thinks otherwise must not have faith in the next generation. After that, TLS was born. We came up with the name because a lemonade stand is the first entrepreneurial thing a child will experience in America. If you want to have a good lemonade stand, you gotta incorporate all the aspects of entrepreneurship. Even though TLS started in America, we're hoping to bring it to other countries, and that's why we're here. there's also the fact that I really like beaches. Now you're probably wondering how we start our businesses. We've already given over 100 kids the liberty to make their dreams come true. Our program consists of 3 sessions. The first session includes the basics of entrepreneurship, like creativity, risk, passion, and empathy. During the second session, minipreneurs come up with their ideas for a business, build their marketing plans, and design their logos. Finally, in the third session, new businesses are launched and products and services are sold by kids like me. Now you're probably wondering how the businesses themselves are created. First, we come up with a problem that needs to be solved. Next, we come up with a way to fix that problem. It's really simple. For example, one of our TLS kids named Ethan struggled with communicating with his grandparents because they didn't understand technology like he did. His solution was to create a blog and an area where you could meet up with his grandparents and other people's grandparents, and he would give them a lesson about technology. We start our companies by taking a simple problem that kids face every day and creating a simple answer to that problem. Next, we'll create a team so that we can make the idea a reality. We'll make our own logos and our own website, name our companies, and build our marketing plan. All this is done by minipreneurs who feel amazing being able to do those objectives at such young ages. Behind me are some of the logos that we helped create. We let these kids follow their dreams, and we gave them the liberty to do what they love. To you, they may look like logos, but to the kids, they're a pathway to a brighter future. Things like this make all the hard work worth it. Another very important aspect of TLS is technology. We find it important while working on the badging system. Some of our badges include talking to other entrepreneurs, taking risks, and overall going through the basics of entrepreneurship. Before the day is over, all of you will get a chance to get your own badges. One of my favorite lessons is our walking in someone else's shoes. It's the best empathy exercise that I can remember. It really gets the minipreneurs thinking about what it's like to be somebody else. We literally take off our shoes and get into somebody else's. They usually don't fit that well. And we literally try to learn what it's like to be the person in those shoes. And before any of you start worrying, I'm not going to make you do it because, I don't know, there's probably some men in the room who wouldn't enjoy wearing, say, high heels. At TLS, we consider ourselves social entrepreneurs. We like to do things well and to do them for the greater good. And in the process of doing things for the greater good, we like to give back. Just days ago, TLS worked with these 2 organizations and made thousands of dollars for a school supplies, books, and a brighter future for children in Haiti. Now, before I wrap this up, I'm going to answer the question I have been asked a million times, and that is, why do I do this? I mean, look at me. I'm a 10-year-old entrepreneur. I'm pretty sure that's not normal. Well, for those of you who are curious, here's your answer. First, I love watching adults be surprised by what we are doing, and I like watching the kids feel as though they can do anything. That man in the middle is Senator Mark Warner from the state of Virginia. He's an amazing entrepreneur who started from the bottom and worked his way to the top. And he failed a couple of times because he's a human being who makes mistakes like everybody else. And that's just one of the many things we learn from him. Surrounded by him are the first class of TLS. Without these girls, I wouldn't be here. So thank you, first class. I loved the look on this face, and if this comes here, you will too. and the first class loved meeting other entrepreneurs, and I look forward to meeting all of you. Secondly, I feel very successful after we've accomplished something. We usually look something like this. Sometimes we will celebrate. Okay, we'll always celebrate. Thirdly, we like teaching other kids entrepreneurial skills. I feel like when kids go through TLS, what they learn benefits them in the future. We partnered with Google's Lemonade Day at George Washington University. We taught some schools working with the event. They made some pretty cool lemonade stands. Lastly, we love getting advice from other entrepreneurs, and sometimes giving advice to them. We show them that if we put our mind to it, we can do anything. And we are just like them, except a few meters shorter. This is my passion, and I hope it can become yours. You can start right now. If you log onto our website, tomorrowslemonadestand.com, you'll show an amazing sign of teamwork and earn your TLS supporter badge. I want that badge. Thank you so much for letting me come down here and share my story. This has been an experience I will never forget. With your help, we can get people everywhere to stop asking why and to start asking why not. Let me end with the two most important words my mother has ever taught me. Thank you. Thank you to Rodrigo. Whoa. Okay. Almost done. You can't get me off the stage that easily. Thank you to Rodrigo for all your support and guidance all these months. Thank you to the organizers of the Liberty Forum for taking a risk on a 10-year-old kid. Thank you to my family for all their love and support, especially my mom. I mean, she is the co-founder. And thank you to all of you for your time and attention. Now, based on what you all just heard, I want you to close your eyes and think about a kid you care about. It could be a daughter, a son, a niece, a nephew, a student, a neighbor, or just a kid you generally care about. And I want you to think of if TLS could help them. If your answer was yes, congratulations, you got it correct. Thank you so much. Muito obrigada.
Look, everybody's up. That's Tyler. Muito obrigado, Kylee, pela tua participação inicial. Muito obrigado, Kylee, pela tua participação inicial. Como eu vi que o teu tempo foi mais rápido, eu passo a palavra à Amanda, para que a co-founder também da Tomorrow's Lemonade Stand, para algumas palavras sobre o negócio, sobre a possibilidade da Tomorrow's Lemonade Stand vir para o Brasil. Obrigado.
Thank you, everybody, for your warm welcome to my daughter, who just rocked it. Congratulations, Kylee Morgan. So I have just a couple of main points on what Tomorrow's Lemonade Stand means. And I wear many hats, and I have many roles in my life, but my favorite is as a mom and an entrepreneur. Watching Kylee and the work that Tomorrow's Lemonade Stand does is honestly the greatest joy of my life, and you just saw why. As a well-traveled American, I can also say that being in this country and the hospitality of everybody that we have seen over these past couple of days has just been extraordinary. And we look forward to breaking and kicking entrepreneurs' butts so that we can bring more of TLS here, because you deserve the very, very best that the world has to offer. As an educator, I know what teaching children creativity, risk, and passion will do for them for the rest of their lives. I know it will ignite creativity and ideas and generate wonderful companies like Believe at the very earliest ages possible. So I really hope that TLS will ignite this spark, not just in America, but also here. We were very, very, very lucky to have Rodrigo in our city. He was in Washington, D.C., at Georgetown University, where I get to teach, and we just bumped into each other one day, and magic was formed, and that is the beauty of the connectedness of the world. In our family, we get to watch these children grow and create new ideas, fail, and get up the very next day and try again. Whether you're 14, whether you're 4, whether you're 7, whether you're 10, whether you're 40, whether you're 70. The spirit of entrepreneurship is very real and very necessary for the world economy that we know today. We cannot wait to think about supporting TLS in Brazil. I was thinking when you were talking, we should do a startup weekend for the kids in Brazil. I think we should do that instead of waiting for all these adults to get going. I think it'll be a lot more fun. I think that earlier today, Dr. Boudreau, the panelist before us, who happens to be one of our neighbors, was talking about the quality of education and the growth of the, let's just call it the challenge of the rising cost of higher education is extraordinary in America, if not the world. But a child's education starts anywhere. Thank God for Google. Thank God for these tools that these children have been given, because it allows them to think about things that they were never allowed to think about before. They were trapped in classrooms and they were told what to do every single day of their life. So I think that we should continue to unthink school and rethink learning through entrepreneurship. And I think that Brazil can definitely do it, and TLS is here to support all of you. So thanks again for having Kylee, and thanks for letting my co-founder be here today, and thank you, Rodrigo, for everything you've done for our family.